Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Week 5 Recap Show. He's James the Thrusting Moynihan. I'm Ross Berge. We have your six-pack of topics brought to you by PBR.
We're going to jump right into it as the Week 5 debacles. 5 of the 6 games last week were won by 8 or less points, including a huge win by Jake on Monday night when he received 21 points from Percy Harvin to upset Rag's Flying Hawaiians. Besides that one, which game kind of jumps out to you?
Yeah, I mean, boy, that win was amazing.
Sure it was.
And Jake was actually at that game in the Meadowlands to witness Percy Harvin scoring 21 points to beat
tickets.
Rag. But besides that, I'd say JK's win over Grim. JK now has won 4 straight games and sits in 3rd place behind yours truly. And like we'll discuss soon, JK's team improved drastically this week.
Sure, I definitely see that. I actually think your win over Jed was a big one. Jed now sits at 5th overall in total points, but has a disappointing 2-3 record. Meanwhile, Bergelicious remains just 1 game out of the top spot with a huge Week 6 matchup against the points leader in Rag.
Topic number 2, trade wins. 4 trades so far this week, but I'd like to hear right from the horse's mouth on 2 of them.
Sure.
Jim, you acquired Ocho Cinco, MJD, and Anquan Bolden. Tell me about your trades.
I did. I wanted to get a team with a little more swagger, and I think I accomplished that. Trading away my backup tight end in Brandon Pettigrew to get the always dangerous Ocho Cinco, and giving up what I viewed as 2 number 2 running backs for MJD is really a no-brainer to me. It was certainly tough to give up Deshaun Jackson this afternoon because he always has the possibility of a big game, but not only is D'Angelo's a great runner, he also makes my favorite sandwich. So to me, that really solidified the running game.
Nice. JK acquiring Miles Austin will be a difference maker.
Definitely.
I mean, he's a premier receiver. He's not dating Kim Kardashian anymore, even though she's bodacious.
Oh, yes.
And LT has been splitting carries with Sean Green, 50-50, sometimes 60-40. But I'm glad to see Andy's actually trying to make his team better. I just don't think this will really improve his team.
No, I don't think so at all. We look at the pickup frenzy. As usual, there are a lot of free agent pickups this week. When you look at all the moves, what do you think really kind of jumps off to you?
For me, it's Aaron Hernandez. I'm not sure how he got picked up by JK in the 9th waiver wire priority spot. But like we discussed before, we'll see how it turns out with Randy Moss gone. And speaking of which, it'll be interesting to see how Dion Branch fares on Andy's team now that Randy's out.
I completely agree with that. I actually liked your pickup of Mike Hart. Joseph Adai, who always seems to be on the injured list, is questionable right now. So if he can't go, Mike Hart really jumps off the page and becomes kind of a number 1 back. Sort of on the same line as what you were talking about, I don't know how Kenny Britt falls to me in my 2nd waiver wire pickup. Kenny Britt, a guy who scored touchdowns in 3 straight weeks. If I'm a team like Al or Andy or John Hart, I don't know how I let that guy get by me, but it happened.
Yep. From head to toe, heading into Week 6, Chuck is undefeated and 2 teams still remain winless, Al and Andy. Your thoughts on the standings?
Well, before we even get into that, I think a congratulations is certainly in order for one John Hart. Congratulations, Don,
well done, Johnny,
for jumping out and getting your first win. That was big. You have a big matchup this week, and I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the other 2 just seem to be pissing away the season, making moves that I don't really understand. I'm all for making trades, as you obviously know.
Oh, yes.
But getting an overaged running back who's sure to be injured for a number 1 receiver doesn't make sense to me. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I mean, I predict Chuck to lose this week to John. I mean, John has some pretty good matchups, and obviously I don't think Chuck deserves to be in the top spot. No offense, Chooch.
Wow.
Al and Andy's teams suck, and they, like I said, haven't been improving their teams.
Sure. No, I totally see that. The best of the rest, there are teams in the middle of the pack that really don't seem to get a lot of love from us. Teams like Too Big to Fail, the Grimsley Bears, the Flying Macackies, Ricky Williams, Weed Emporium. Which team kind of scares you in that bunch?
Yeah, for me, it's Too Big to Fail. I like Jake's team. I mean, like we said, we don't talk about him much.
No.
But I think his team is legit. Hakeem Nicks is having a breakout year. And then Rashard Mendenhall with Big Ben coming back, I think he'll be solid.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, we don't talk about him. He is Jewish, so I think we should wait on that. The other team that kind of jumps out to me is going to be Jed's Flying Macackies. Really, coming off a real tough loss to you. But anytime you have Adrian Peterson in there, you have the possibility for putting up 100 to 120 points. And I really feel him kind of getting the right foot in the door, if you will.
I hear you. That made complete sense.
And now it's time for our marquee matchup.
All right, well, every game this week seems significant to me. We lost our marquee matchup sign, but that's okay. We'll still roll. I'm looking to mine and Rags as my marquee matchup. I know the ESPN projections don't mean much, but we're both projected at about 130, far and above anybody else.
Sure.
How about you?
Well, you know, I look at Chooch. He's looking to go 6-0, and he faces off against a John Hart team that just got off of their first win. So that should be interesting. We're trying to get Chooch on the horn now.
Hit the volume, will you, Jim?
Hell yeah.
Charles.
Oh, still ringing. Is that a speaker?
Yep, sort of.
Hello?
Chuck.
Yo.
How are you, buddy?
I'm alright. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing well. Welcome to the program, Chooch.
It's good to hear your sweet, sultry voice, Chuck.
Oh, it always is, Ross. You know it.
God, yes, God, yes.
Please. It's a family show.
So tell me about your matchup this week, Chuck. What are you trying to do?
Well, same thing I do every week. I'm just trying to win, trying to put the best team out on the field that I can.
Yeah.
I hear you.
It seemed to work so far, so, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I have a question for you. My counterpart here, Ross, seems to think that John Hart, following his first victory last week, might be able to carry a little momentum into this matchup this week. Do you think that the momentum really will help him out, or how do you see that playing out?
Yeah, no, I don't agree with Ross here.
All right, agree to disagree.
Or with the Jamie. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not really afraid of John's team. I can't tell what I'm afraid of more. His two douchebag quarterbacks or his 1-4 record.
I hear you.
That's very true. That's very true. Now, do you have maybe a prediction that you might want to throw out there score-wise?
Well, most of my matchups have been pretty low scoring thus far, so I don't know. I'm going to go with 65-45,
65-45. Wow, that's big. Now, Chooch, I do have one. I'm going to, kind of put the nail in the coffin here for you. I got a question for you. A lot of people out there are criticizing your squad because you've only had one game with over 80 points.
Ooh.
What do you say to those people?
Jamie, haters are going to hate, man.
Don't hit the player, hit the game.
Look, I mean, I'm the only 5-0 team in the league. People are going to hate. What can I say?
I hear you.
That's the story of my life, Chooch.
Well, Chuck, I wish you the best.
Continue. Please don't let us stop.
Chuck?
What's that?
Did you have something else to say?
No, go ahead.
Good, no. We certainly wish you the best of luck. Quite frankly, I hope you lose because we need to get closer up in those standings. But, play the game that you were meant to play, and that's fantasy football.
That's right.
Sorry for cutting you off there, Cheech.
Say it again?
Sorry for cutting you off twice.
Yeah, it's all right. You cut me off twice, and you're interrupting man versus food.
Oh, man, I suck. I'm sorry.
This goddamn burrito or what?
All right, buddy.
All right, Chooch. Well, we appreciate you coming on, and good luck this week.
All right, thanks for having me, guys.
All right,
See ya.
and to all of you, God bless.